Hello, this is Robo here, and today, in this episode, I'm gonna be ranking the 100th games, mini games, I guess. Anyways, so those of you wondering when my next Tales of the Hunger Games After 100 video will come out, to that, I'm not sure. I hope for it to be this week, but, due to unforeseen, school issues, I do not have it out yet. But it is in progress and will be out sometime soon. Now, before I begin this video, I'd just like to say that all of the art here on the bottom has been made by Andrew McLean. And I'd also like to say that this is just opinion. If you disagree, please don't come at me. But here we go. We will start off with District 1. So, I personally love the arena, I love the characters, I love the arena, I loved everything. So, I'm putting it in the A tier. Because it is not quite the number one games, alright? Obviously, District 1 did have some horrible tributes in the games. However, I do like how the District games turned out, so I'm putting it in the A tier. Next, I'm going to go with the District 2 games. Obviously, we all hate Octavia because she's a Dalton, and D is for Dalton, so I'm putting it there. I'm just kidding. The games were really good. They were a nice twist to how District 2 worked out, and I personally like them. But they were not quite on District 1's level, so I'm putting them in the B tier. For District 3, I'm putting them in the A tier. Why? Because I loved how after the games there was so much lore and concerning about the tributes. And so I love the simulation arena, I loved everything about the games, I love the tributes and stuff. And I'm glad we got to see Atomica. For District 4, I'm going to put them in the S tier. Obviously, because the arena was super cool. And although I didn't like Shell as much, I love Baffin. He's my favorite victor, if you didn't know that. So, obviously, his games are going to be in the S tier. Next up, we have the District 5 games, and I'm putting them in the A tier, because I liked how the charging weapons worked. I loved how the arena would be used to help charge their weapons, and I think it was like a nice twist to how the normal games worked with like weapons just being weapons. For District 6, I love the arena, and I want to put it in the A tier. Because I personally think that having two arenas and having the tributes transition and the train being so, unique was not really cool. So, yeah, another A tier. District 7's games, I'm going to put it in the B tier. Just because I don't think I did not like it as much as the District 3 games. Because, obviously there was lots of action and like lots of at the end. I really liked the two alliances, but wait. Yes, I really liked the two alliances at the end, and I think that it was pretty cool. But it was just average, right? It was not like on Baffin's tier or on any of these. Like, I think they was just a good games, but not, like, there wasn't anything that was super unique in those games. For District 8, I'm going to put it in the same tier for similar reasons, but also because I like I did not really like the, arena, and because, like, sometimes it was confusing to, like, register where everybody was, but I did like the games themselves and the victors. For District 9, putting them in the A tier. Wait, no. Yes, I'm putting them in the A tier because, let's just say I like the arena, I love the alien. You know what, I'm putting them in the S tier. I love the aliens, I loved everything. Those were definitely one of the best District games in this whole 100 games. So obviously I really like the District 9 games because they were definitely one of the best games. Because obviously the mechanics and everything, all the events and stuff, the aliens, that was just so cool to listen to. Anyways, for District 10, I'm putting them in the C tier. Not mainly because it was just, like, there wasn't really anything super exciting in the games. Of course, I didn't really watch them fully because I was, like, sleeping, sort of, while watching them. But I just don't think that they were just as good as anything on this tier. For District 11, I'm going to be putting them, let me see. So, Thibaut and Begonia. So, obviously, I like the games. I liked how Begonia's, like, diplomacy worked. But I don't think that they were better than District 10's games, but I don't think they were as good as District 6 or District 3's games, and definitely not as good as these. So I'm putting them there. Next up, I'm putting District 12's games. I'm putting them in the A tier, mainly because I loved how they're like it was this one of the second games released, and so I really got hyped about it. And I think it was really cool how all this like whole like medicine thing worked, and I liked how like at the end at the final fight they were like that was like when the rule that like you aren't allowed to kill your what's it called, kill the victor rule came out. So I really like that. But for District 14, I'm putting them in the B tier, mainly actually I'm putting them in the C tier, mainly because I'm not a big fan of District 14, but I also think that like the games, they just weren't interesting. Like I couldn't find, like I mean they came out and I was super hyped, super pumped about the Quell twist and stuff. But the games since they came out like in 2 parts, I guess. So I wasn't just quite as hyped as like some of the other games. But otherwise, District 14 was pretty epic. It's just not like on any of the other levels. I'm actually tempted to move it down to D. Yeah, because I feel like District 10 was more interesting than District 14. Overall, though, I think District 14 is my least favorite district, mainly because, like, it's just not unique, right? Like, come on, they have farming, but, like, District 11 and 9 also have farming. So I just don't think it's quite as unique, and the arena, like, I love the arena, it was pretty cool, but it just wasn't, like, it just was not as unique and as, like, enjoyable as these games. And so for the grand finale, I'm putting them in the S tier because it was so cool to just see all the victors, all the players, all the tributes we were cheering for, and all the hype leading up to it. And obviously, since it was the conclusion of Tales of the Hunger Games, I think that was just epic. It was super hyped. It was even more hyping than NES's death. So yeah, that's it.